I'm Kevin, and this is The Real Way to Make Money Online. This week, I'm going to play with some text. I've got 3 samples up. The first one, it has a stroke already, and that one is called 212 Sports, I think. Yeah, 212 Sports. All the work is done for you. And on sample 3, I'm going to show you how to do that with any font, because this font isn't going to work with everything you do. Okay, I got a phone call, so I don't know where I was. Okay, the first one has an expanded stroke. So sample 1, stroke is just a line around the text. To get there in Affinity Designer, just go to stroke. Well, 10's already there. For this one, we're going to leave it draw in front. Go back to our colors. That's already there. Pop in a nice visible color. And that's how you add a stroke. Pretty simple. But to get this effect, it's a little more involved. So we're going to come here. Okay, stroke's turned off. First thing we're going to do, make sure in the Move tool, and then Convert to Curve shows up. So you do that. Now, 2 ways to ungroup it. The fastest way is Control-Shift-G. The other way, you can right-click and ungroup. And there it is. Control-Shift-G. So we'll just hit that now. Then they're all going to be their own single layer. And you don't want that for this. So you come to your geometry, click Add. Now I'm going to type in the name so I don't get confused. And then we're going to go back to a stroke panel. And for here, you have to use Draw Behind Stroke. So we're going to click that. And click this up to 17. I tested it already, so I know which number to use. Purple's fine for here. That's going to go away. So when you get that done, if you want to change the color, you just do it here. Make sure the circle that isn't filled in is selected. But now, make sure you're on your right layer. Come to Layer and expand the stroke. What that does is make the stroke a separate layer. So if you turn sample off, you've only got the stroke, and you can use that for text too. Turn that back on. Now we're going to give the stroke a stroke. So on the curve layer, go back to stroke, give it another 17. Now we're going to change the color. Stroke is selected. And give it a red so we can see it. Now you're going to go back to layer. Let's make sure it's still behind. Expand the stroke again. And now you're going to select both layers. Don't move these because they're in the right order. And now you're going to hit your subtract. And there it is. The middle layer is gone, leaving it transparent. So no matter what shirt it's on, or what color shirt, whoops. Let's undo that because we're still on the stroke layer, or stroke color. Don't want to use red. But you can see it changes. The first stroke is gone, so it changes with the background. Make that black again. And that's as simple as that. And it works with any type of text. Some texts are harder than others. The one thing you want to make sure of is not to use too thick, because it'll totally fill in these. And again, if you turn off sample layer, how cool is that? It's almost a neon effect. fact, if you want to give neon, come to this layer, Control J, duplicate it a few times. Well, no, duplicate once first. And go to your effects, pull it out of the way, Gaussian blur, let's move it right about there. And then Control J, duplicate again. However bright you want the neon to be, just keep going. Now that seems excessive, so we'll delete that one. Turn that off. I'd say between here and here, maybe there. Let's delete that one. And now you've got neon lights. If you decide you don't like it, you just delete the layers or turn them off, either way. So that's really cool. I'm gonna have to use that. And so for update, let's pop on over to merch. I gotta do it on the other screen so I can turn on the blur and you can't see my shirts and keywords. So bring this over. Well, this is the last 7 days. It's still early today, so sales won't start coming in for another, well, between now and another 3 or 4 hours. Since I'm in Ukraine, it's early morning in the US. And I get sales between, I don't know, 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. my time, and then while I'm asleep. Right up to about, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then they stop. So here we go to Analytics and take a look at previous month. Analyze. There's my month in review. Started off with those 3 zeros and still had 44, so that's back to my pre-shutdown months. Here I thought I was singing the end of the month blues and it was going to zero out or just get a few sales for the rest of the way, but then 2, 4, 6, I was hoping 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, but no, ended off with 1, which is better than 0. And it left me, I think I needed 45 or 46 sales in August to get my 500 and be eligible for Tier 1000. So that is either going to happen at the end of this month or the beginning of September. So I'm really going to have to do some massive uploading to fill the 500 and be ready for Christmas shopping. So $122, $123, call it. Which is not bad for Tier 500. Record 6 in a day. That was nice. 2 of those was one shirt bought at the same time. Kids shirts, girls. So I figured someone was shopping for twins. So yay, twins. Just 23 of my products made the 44 sales. Most of them t-shirts because I don't have very many pop sockets left. And they just don't sell for me. This is a new shirt that's doing really well. I'm thinking about jacking up the price and advertising it on Facebook. Jack the price to pay for the Facebook ads. I don't know what the rest are, but a lot of ones, which is fine. If I got 500 shirts selling one a day or one a month, I'm doing good. August 1st was a good way to open a month right there. 459. I need 41 more sales. And then I just have to wait for Amazon to tear me up, which could take a while, and I don't want it to. I need to rush and fill those slots, and hopefully by the time I'm tier 1000, I'll have phone cases. It would be really nice to have those up for Christmas. And as of right now, I do not have them. So that's it for this week. If you like what you saw, leave a like, subscribe, and again, I'll have a link in the description below for my free guide on how to get started with merch and how to get your first sales. And I will see you next week.